I'm on live too.
So we live in this mug. We starting late again too. I wanted to start a little earlier, but I couldn't. So yeah, let's get this mug started, man.
Ready.
So So we in here. Yo. We in here with my friend, my brother, Anthony Wesson. He on the mic. So Anthony, we're gonna start with you, dudes. Just let us know something. Tell us something about yourself.
Well, born and raised Kansas City, Missouri. Been out here 15 years.
Go ahead.
Married. 1 kid so far. Having fun with that. Go to school for sports management at Grand Canyon University.
So what made you want to do sports management?
You know, I never knew that you could go to school for being in sports. So I've always been a sports fan, grew up playing sports. My dad's a high school basketball coach. Sister was in gymnastics. Me and my brother played basketball. Brother played, I played football 1 year. The weather was, I didn't want to play after 1 year. It was too cold. And it was something I've always liked. So I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can go to school for this. So I came out to Arizona to go to school for computer networking.
That's what we met at.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What's the name of that school?
High Tech is Anthem. It went from High Tech Institute to Anthem College. Now it's a charter school for the elementary kids, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't been over there in a minute, so I haven't seen it. So yes, that's basically how we met, man. We met at school, man. I came from Texas. He came from Missouri. How old were you when you got here?
20.
20.
So it's almost like I pretty much grew up here.
Yeah, pretty much. Or we grew up like as a
adults,
man.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get my Facebook Live back up, but it must be a sign that I shouldn't be doing it because it ain't connecting. So people gonna be like, he was on there, but I think it's the Wi-Fi on this thing. Cause I wanted to go live because I wanted to have people call in.
Get some questions going.
Yeah. So we're gonna like I did my top 5 basketball, and we both like basketball. So you put your top 5 on there, but it wasn't my top 5, so you changed it up. So we're gonna have you do your top 5. So from center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard, point guard, and you gotta do one on the bench. One player on the bench.
Okay, one player on the bench. Alrighty, top 5. At center, I'm taking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay, Kareem.
I mean, how could you not put him up there?
He got the most points. Yeah, he got the most points in the NBA. You can't go wrong with that. Plus, you a Laker fan too, so.
Oh yeah. And all the MVPs he won.
Yeah. But he got like the most championships, like a college and pros together, something like that. Right?
I think so. Yeah, I think he has something because I know UCLA was winning every year.
Yeah. So who's your power forward?
Power forward, got to go with Tim Duncan.
Yeah, we got that. We both agree on that one. So.
Oh yeah, 5 rings. And really, when you look at it, he really changed the power forward position too.
Mm-hmm. Like we call him the big fundamental, so because he did everything like. I think he was a big fundamental because he started playing late too.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's what caused that thing. Kind of like a little ring in here. So yeah, so Tim Duncan, who you small forward?
Small forward. I'm going with LeBron. It was hard for me to choose between him and Larry Bird just because at the time when Larry Bird came in, the NBA really changed with him and Magic, so they really revolutionized. But you just have to look at what LeBron's doing and how he's still doing in his 15th year.
Mm-hmm. But some people will be like, oh, it's 15 year, but it's really not his 15 year because he didn't go to college. So
I mean, but you got to give him credit for doing that in high school. He was built as a man for high school. Man, why would he need to go to high school?
Some people say Dwayne Wade went to college. You got Carmelo went to college, but he didn't go. So some people say 15 years, but it's really not 15 years. But it is. He didn't play 15 years in the NBA, so it don't matter how old you are. Because Kobe, he started when he was 17, so he's the youngest player. So and he didn't play that much his first 2 years anyway. So I guess we can do that. This ain't working. So
I'm on live.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all, if it keep going in and out. I'm trying something new, but it ain't working, man. So if it goes off, y'all, I'm sorry. I apologize, man. So, but
Hey,
if it stays on, I'm gonna come back to you guys. But I'm gonna see how it do for a little while. I'm gonna have some of you guys call in. So maybe in a couple of minutes, I'm gonna have some of you guys call in, and only if you have my number though. If you don't have my number, you can't call me. I don't want to put my number out there on the internet like that. But yeah, we'll get it. So okay, so we said small forward. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. And then who's your shooting guard?
This one pains me so much.
If you don't go,
Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant's my favorite player of all time, so it kind of pains me because I really want it, but you can't do it.
You can't. You can't.
It's Jordan.
Yeah, you can't do it. So, but we understand because Kobe's gonna be the closest person to Michael Jordan. It'll never be another person that close to him. I don't think, because a lot of people compare LeBron to Jordan. I'm like, it's not the same player. He's more like a Magic.
Guys.
You know, he's more like a Magic. He pass first. You know what I'm saying? He's not a jump shooter.
Two different guys.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say Kobe will be that next guy, man. That's what I would say. Kobe and Jordan. There'll never be another one like that. Because even watching this year, like when Kobe's not in the NBA, it's kind of weird because we grew up pretty much 20 years of him playing. So it's like,
I know, and it's the younger generation only seen Kobe,
right?
And then the older one really only acknowledges Jordan. So it's like hard for
to go either way. Yeah. So yeah. So who we gonna go with the point guard?
Magic.
Gotta go.
So Magic.
So we pretty much have the same squad except for the center part.
Oh yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And I can say Kareem, he is the best. Stat-wise, he's the best in of all times. He's pretty much could be the best player of all time if you go by rings and him playing his career. So you can do that. So, before I forget,
too, with Kareem though, just think he actually got put out of the playoffs by Hakeem Olajuwon.
Did he?
Yeah, I believe they lost a series against the Rockets, unless Ralph Sampson was the center then, because I know they played.
But they played together though, so
yeah, it was 80. I think it was 87.
We have to look it up.
Houston lost to Boston in the 86 or 87.
Yeah, we have to look it up, and we have to look it up and do that and see. So we still on there. We got a couple more people. What up, Tremaine? Let me see who all I got on here. Abib, Tyler here. Who is Tyler here? Abib. My sister on here, what's up? My mama, my cousin Jerica, what's up? My light-skinned mama, I'm gonna say she's my light-skinned mom, Ginger Mesa, she's on here. Jocelyn is on here. What's up, Jocelyn? What's up, Kendall? Hey, Kendall, we watching your boys right now, Kendall. Y'all gonna pull it out, man? Well, I didn't see the score. What was the score?
Oh, I didn't even see it.
I didn't see the score either.
I'm sure they'll say it.
All right, man. We started without the main reason we here is because my brother, his birthday is today.
Oh yeah.
So we gonna give him the hand claps for his birthday. Happy birthday! I'm saying happy birthday to my boy. So if you don't mind, how old you turn today?
35.
35. He getting old.
I'll be 40
he getting
in 5
old.
years.
And matter of fact, he don't know about this, but yeah, I'll be right back. So we're gonna put the camera on Anthony real quick. And we're gonna be right. I'll be right back. So he'll talk to y'all for a little bit. I'll be right back. I got a surprise for him. So we'll be right back.
I always like surprises. I see I got some people following me live right now. See, let me go see who I got on here. I got Agil. How you doing, Agil? Got my wife on there. Evelyn, how you doing? Got my boy JV. What's going on? See, Quentin was on there. Team Uncut, Mizzou. Got Sheena on there. What's going on, Sheena? Got my sis on there, Tashawn. Got Rob on there. Got Misha. What's going on, Misha? How you doing? Got Ebony on there. Pat Battle. Need to bring him on here. He's a golfer. Talk about some golf on there. Oh. You got Cecile. Got Brandon on there too. What's going on, guys?
I'm doing it again. But y'all can't see we got him a cake. You got him a cake. We're gonna have him
Oh,
open
nice.
it up.
Got a cake here.
I don't know what kind he likes, so here we go.
I ain't even ate dinner yet.
So you show your followers the cake.
Got the cake here.
You gotta open it up because it's kind of frosty up there.
Oh yeah, let me open it up here. Hey, see, Michelle said I'm famous. On my way to being famous.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, y'all. This is we're gonna have to do some editing on this one. Let me get my Facebook on here because it ain't working on the iPad. Like I said, I didn't know what you really liked. I thought we both didn't like whipped cream, but I said, hey man,
hey,
it
there's
looks
a
nice.
cake here. Let me see if I can move the camera here.
Take it off there.
Yep. You know, Apple products always do this to you. You got to learn something new.
It smells good.
Here we go with the cake here. Birthday cake. Hope you got a glimpse of that. I almost just dropped the phone in the cake.
So we back, man. I'm sorry, y'all. My iPad thing, it ain't working, man. I don't know what's wrong with the iPad thing, but it ain't working. So if y'all don't come back on, I understand, man. I understand. So you can see it's going, but it ain't working like it's supposed to work. So, but we got the cake right here. I bought the cake for my best friend right here. Cake for him. I hope he like it. What's up, Mel? So that's that right there. That's his cake. So happy birthday to Anthony. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it one more time with the claps.
I ain't gonna eat in front of y'all.
Just leave it off a little while so people can see it.
Oh.
We're gonna let them see it a little bit. So you can put it aside over there. Oh, you can leave it there. That's up to you. So yeah. If y'all just getting on, this is like I said. This is his birthday cake. You know what I'm saying? So we here. What up, my boy Gedrick? We got my sister Shonda's on here. So I'm not gonna ignore y'all, but we're gonna do the interview thing. So I'm gonna come back to y'all. So I'm gonna have y'all call in. So if you have my number, I'm gonna have you guys call in and ask a question. So the main thing we're gonna talk about today is Anthony had a good idea. We're gonna talk about being a father. So he had a good idea about that. So that's what we're gonna do. So any y'all out there, they want to give y'all kind of your 2 cents about being a father. I know it's not Father's Day, but it don't matter. We're gonna still do this. So we both new fathers, and we're gonna try to give some advice to some father out there. Maybe you about to have a baby, or you think you might have a kid. We're gonna give you a little advice of what you can do and some things don't do. So that's our main topic we're gonna do today. So if you have my number, I'm gonna have you call in. Not yet, give me like 10 minutes. But if you don't have my number, I'm not gonna put it on here. So maybe inbox me and I give you my number so you call in. So all fathers, new fathers, you've been a father a long time. Maybe you can help us with some advice also.
Yeah, definitely like this.
So and what we're gonna do? We're gonna start out with. I'm gonna start out first with my father. So like I said, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just gonna kind of step away for a second. I'll put it like right here. So I'm talking about my dad, man. I think, and you gonna say the same thing. I think I had the best father alive, man. Like he taught me a lot of stuff, man. My dad taught me how to work hard. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like the person that went to college. You know what I'm saying? Education. He didn't really push that because, like I said, that wasn't his thing. So he worked hard. Like my whole life, I know my daddy every morning he gonna get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go to work, come home tired, but he still did things for us. He worked hard for us. Anything we pretty much needed. And I said in my last podcast, I said something about my dad. I said we didn't know we were poor. We weren't really poor, but you know what I'm saying. We was kind of like that level. We didn't have a lot of stuff. But I wouldn't say we were poor because we had clothes, we had food every night, we had a nice house. So we weren't poor, but we didn't have everything I think a kid wanted at that age. Like we couldn't get all the Jordans. So that's why you see all the shoes behind me, you know what I'm saying? So because I couldn't get all the shoes, and that's not all my shoes. I got to get some more to post, but we couldn't get every shoe, you know what I'm saying? So we couldn't get, because we couldn't really afford every pair of Jordan, every pair of Nike, so we couldn't get that. But my dad, he taught me how to work hard. So me personally, I think I'm one of the hardest working person I know. That's all I know how to do. I don't have a talent, but I know how to work hard. I can outwork pretty much anybody, I think. what I do. So my dad, shout out to my dad. I don't know if he's gonna watch this. He might watch it. But I wanted to my dad, thank you for all the things you did. You sacrificed for us. You sacrificed a lot, man. He did a lot for us, man. He gave anything I wanted. He pushed me. And one thing my dad told me growing up, he said one thing you should always remember, if I'm not even here, is always keep your name gold. Like always have a good name. Like no matter what, always keep your name good. Because if a bad name, you can't really do anything.
Yeah.
Like you can't go out. You can't. People always like, hey, that person. Oh, that's him. He a pimp or he a player or he a dog or he ain't a good person. But you keep he always told me to keep your name gold. And I always tell my dad, I wanna, like I said, if you watching this, dad, I want to say thank you to you. And I think I had one of the best fathers out there, man. He did a lot for me, man. I wasn't really a mama's boy. My mama might get mad with that. I wasn't a mama's boy. I was a daddy's boy. So every time he went somewhere, he went cut grass. He went over here, did some work over here. I was always with my dad. So it was always me and him for a long time. So me moving to Arizona, it was kind of hard because I missed my dad. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime something went on, he was there with me. You know what I'm saying? My mom was there. Like I said, I'm not saying my mom wasn't there for me, but it's this segment right we talking about dads. So we'll do a Mother's Day thing. We'll do a thing with mothers, but right now I'm talking about dads. Like I said, that's enough. I can say a lot about my dad, but that's the main thing I want to say. He taught me how to work hard. So we'll go to you now talking about your dad now.
Alrighty. My dad has Facebook. I don't know if he's on it right now. Yeah, my dad, Anthony Wesson Sr. Another thing, I think with me, I grew up, I was a little bit closer to my mom when I was younger. Mm-hmm. And I still am really close to my mom. And my dad was always there too.
Yeah.
Having divorced parents, it made it interesting just to see different perspectives, because you get to see like your mom doing what she does, and then your dad being the
right.
Wasn't he was a single parent, but my mom was there, so it wasn't like she was missing as a single parent. So just seeing like all the work he did, like he used to take us to play basketball. Like my sister was in gymnastics, so he would get off of work literally. If we had basketball practice, we would go there. He would drop me off if I wasn't on his team, of course, playing, and then drive all the way to where my sister was in gymnastics. She gets done with gymnastics. We get done with our practice. We go pick her up, and then we drive back.
Wow.
So he did a lot.
Yeah. Like I said, we have great dads. I think. And we're gonna start. I don't know if we can. If I can come on Facebook. I try to do it on my iPad, but I'm trying to do it on the phone too. So I don't know if we can do. You call me in, but I'm gonna have some people call in. But like I said, just tell us what when you text me. You want to talk about what's the main thing you wanted to talk about? So and we'll go into that segment. So we'll go just kind of talk about what you wanted to talk about with the thing.
You know what? I started reading a lot more about like parenthood, just different things, and it wasn't geared towards men or women raising kids. It was just in general. And then one thing I came across though is it was a stat about fathers that actually get depressed a little bit, like after the child's born, for whatever reason. Maybe they just life is going too fast for them, or it's getting hard. But I think that's a real thing that like people need to address now is like fathers, because people think that only the ladies get the what they call it postnatal depression.
Something like I forgot the name.
Yeah, I forgot the exact name.
They know what it is.
Yeah, and they get they think that it's only ladies that get like sad or just think about things, but I think it's real in men. It's probably not the most manly thing like to say, because our society like frowns upon guys having like feelings and emotions a lot of times. Is
it something that you kind of partook in, or is it something you just read?
I read it, but then I started understanding, because some days you think, man, like I'm not doing enough, and like you get like for me, just because I have a lot of goals in life, so it's like when I'm not hitting all of them, and I'm thinking, man, like I need to get this for my son if I don't have this, but then I had to start looking at it and say, you know what, I can't do that to myself. Is that all I can do is what I can do? Yeah,
I'm the same way too, because I come home, and my son he just want to play. He don't know that daddy's tired. He don't know that daddy's had a rough day. He's want to play. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm the same way too. I want to. I don't say I was depressed, but my main thing is like I want to be like the best that I can be. Not give him everything he want. But just kind of be a good father to him, like my dad was to me. Like teach him. but my son is 4, so he's still at a young age. You can't really do so much, you know. I think maybe you can,
everything.
But I haven't done too much with my like I said, my dad and with my son. But I think next year he'll be 5 years old. I'm putting him in sports, you know. I'm gonna push him, but I'm not gonna push him like you gonna do this, you gonna do that. If he want to play that, he can do that. He want to play soccer, he want to play golf. Let's do it. I'm not gonna push him to do anything he don't want to do. If he don't want to play sports, that's fine too. But I'm like, come on, man, you gotta play football, man. You gotta play football. But like I said, if he don't want to play, that's fine. He want to do that. If he want to do some computer stuff, maybe some music, some stuff. What I'm doing, like video and photography stuff, that's cool too. So like I said, there probably are some guys out there that's probably, like you said, depressed about different things. And we like I would just, my advice to them would be just take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
Do what you can.
Definitely.
Like you can't don't do something you can't do. You know, like sometimes kids are gonna get on your nerve. That's gonna happen. They're gonna get on your nerve and stuff.
Man.
But you gotta breathe. You know, and remember that's your kid, man. Like you know, you're gonna have some time like, oh, go upstairs, leave me alone. But that's normal. Don't think, oh, I'm a bad parent. No, sometimes your kids don't get on your nerve. But it's at the end of the day, do what you can. You know what I'm saying? If you can't buy them this, or you can't do this, or you can't take them to Disneyland, you can't take them to a park. You know what I'm saying? Take them to a high school game. You can take them to a NBA game. Take them slow. Take them to like a high school game, maybe a grade school game. Get them started. Get them started. You know, go to like a water park. Maybe around here. You can't take them to Disneyland. Just do what you can do. As long as you're doing the best you can, you working hard for your son. Just do that. That'd be my advice to him.
Yeah, I think one thing that's really affecting us parents like these days with the smartphones and everything is like you have so much access to see what everybody's doing. So I think that was one of the things I had to stop looking at what everybody else's kid is doing at this age or what they're able to do for their kids.
I'm the same way, yeah.
And you start looking at it, it's like, man, I don't have this for my kid.
Right,
I'm not doing this.
Right.
My kid's not doing this yet. And if you keep looking at it all day, it's enough to depress you. It's like, man, I'm not. Like my kid should be this. At this
I'm the same way too, cause my son is 4 years old, and he took off to me with his speech. I think his speech is not all the way there, and I was like, man, I said that's cause of me. I don't say depressed, but I got sad. I'm like, dang, man, my son, his speech is not there because of me. Cause I went to speech therapy as a kid. You know, I went to special doctors as a kid, and I'm like, man, I don't want him to have to go through that. But he's smart though, you know what I'm saying? So I think me working with him and say this the way it kind of take no. You say it like this. This is how you say it. Kind of take my time with him, and this is how you do it. He'll get better. You know what I'm saying? So
that works too.
Yeah.
Really works.
So, but like you said, you watch other people like that. Their kids doing this. My kid, he ain't there yet. You be like, I'm a bad parent, but no, man.
You got a 2-year-old dunking, and then this is somebody. I can't
get
your kid to even throw your ball.
Yeah, it takes time though, man. But what I want to do, man, I want to have people. I want to have people call in. I see my big brother Lucian McKinney on here. He might could call me, but I want some people to try. I never did it before, but we're gonna test it now. Like see if it works. So I want some fathers to call in and kind of give us your perspective about being a father and some things you can do. And actually doing that earlier, I brought my today is Anthony's birthday. I brought him a cake, so that's the cake he got. So you know what I'm saying. So that's my best friend. That's my brother, man. So I had to take care of for his birthday, man.
Man, you realize we've been knowing each other for 15 years?
Dang, 15 years we've been knowing each other. 15 years. So, but like I said, try to call in if you guys can. Fathers, try to call in and give us some advice for some young fathers. And see what I'm sorry, I'm messing this camera.
Or messages.
Up. Yeah, or put some advice in here in the comments thing. So either call in or give us some advice on here, and we'll do that. And while we doing that, we're gonna go back to Anthony. Where were you born?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri. Born and raised. Okay. And so what? That's people that just getting on. What do you do? What are you doing right now in school again?
Right now I go to school for sports management. 6 classes short of the second degree to be a bachelor's degree. So the first school, when I explained earlier, I moved out here originally to go to High Tech Institute Technical School. So I did finish with associates there for computer networking. So I'm 6 classes away from graduating at Grand Canyon University with a sports management degree. And I'm looking to actually take it a little step further and go to the ASU for a graduate school for a sports law, because eventually I want to be a sports agent.
And he can do it. Trust me, he could be a sport agent easy. So we have a caller calling in, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna put him on here. So let's get this on here right fast. So we're gonna have you guys. Let me see if we can hear you right now. Are you there?
I'm here, man.
He in here. He's in here.
What's going on?
We have Pastor Lucian McKinney on here. He called in. He told me earlier he's gonna do it, but he really did it. So we gonna you on the show, man, right now. We not on Facebook Live, I don't think no more, but we on the podcast. So we're gonna have you go ahead and go, man. Introduce yourself, who you are and where you at, and then go ahead and give us some advice as being a father.
Okay, all right. Well, first of all, man, man, I'm so proud of you, man. You're doing an awesome job with everything I see, man. I'm so proud of you, man. I don't know what to say right now. But,
appreciate it.
But for y'all that don't know, man, my name is Lucien McKinney. I've been knowing Maarcus for a long time. That's my little brother.
Yes, sir.
And I love him to death. But I live in Louisiana right now. I'm a pastor right now. I've been pastoring for about 3 years.
Yep.
And just blessed to be a part of something amazing right now. So, I was listening to your talk about fathers, man. It's real important, man, to really pay attention to your children and spend time with your children, because we live in a day and time where, man, social media is their father. Yeah. Social media, is their best friend, and I can remember, Maarcus, when my kids were growing up, man, how much time I spent with them.
Yeah, everything.
Bringing them to the basketball courts, going to their games, doing all those type of things. Because, my dad wasn't there for me like that, but I made a point in my life to say I'm going to be there for my children.
Right.
And it paid off, man. It pays off because, look at my son now. My son, he's a police officer, about to be a state trooper.
Wow.
My two daughters are both in college. One plays for Grambling University, the other plays for Louisiana State University.
And can play too. They can play. They can ball.
And they're doing awesome, man. But that's all because as parents, as a father, I took the time out to spend time with my children.
Right.
I didn't let the TV raise my child. I didn't let social media raise my children. I spent time with them. And what happens is you build that relationship with them because they know that they can come talk to you about anything.
Yeah.
They can whatever the situation, whatever the problem is, they can come talk to you and they feel comfortable talking to you. They may not like the response you give them, but they know that they can always come and talk to you about anything, man.
Yes, sir.
And a relationship like that, you can't buy that anywhere, man.
No,
you can't. It's not enough pair of Jordans. It ain't enough Xbox games. None of that can replace, spending time with your children.
Right.
And that's why I really admonish you, Maarcus. You're a great father, man. And I've seen you around your children the time I was in Tucson. I've seen you around your children, how you and Leah, y'all just love on your children, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Man.
You guys are great example, so that's why. So.
Y'all doing a great job, man, and I appreciate you a lot, man. I really do, and I love you, man. And
love you too, man.
Thank you for letting me be a part of this, man. This is awesome, brother. This is awesome.
So when you get back in this area, we're gonna have you on here live in person.
Oh wow!
So we're gonna do that.
But I'm shy, man. So
yeah, whatever. You're a pastor. You can't be shy. Nuh-uh. So go ahead before you hang up. Go ahead and give a shout out to the name of your church and some of your members. Let them know you in here.
Okay, all right. Yeah, the name of my church is House of Deliverance Ministries. We're located in Ville Platte, Louisiana. I know you ain't never heard of Ville Platte, but it's a small town about 30 miles north of Lafayette, Louisiana. If you're driving on the freeway, you blink too fast, you'll miss it. But that's where we're located at, man, and we got about 100 or so members. Man, God is just moving, man. He's blessing. My birthday is next Saturday.
Oh, happy birthday, man! So we're gonna get the hand claps to Pastor McKinney for his birthday. Shout out. Yep.
Yes, sir. And they're throwing a big concert party for me. I'll be 50, Maarcus. 50,
man, I can't believe that.
Good one.
But make sure they Facebook Live your celebration so I can watch it too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yeah,
we're gonna
cool.
do that, man. So But
All right, man.
Hang up, man. Let's get back to business, man. I love you, man.
Love you too,
doing an
man.
awesome job, man. And I'm gonna keep following you as long as I can.
I got you, man. I'll be doing the same to you too, man. So, and tell Sister Nikki and everybody, say hello to the girls, and Malcolm, what's up?
Most definitely, man. All right.
All right, man. Takeo said, all fathers ain't blood related. Hats off to him.
That's
true too. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you have some fathers out there that's stepfathers. I never had to do that, but I can't say I can't experience that. But man, I want somebody to call in about that. That's a good point. Maybe you didn't have your father raise you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I have an uncle. My uncle Leonard. He came in the family. I was a young kid, so he came at a young age, and that's all I knew. I didn't think of him as a step uncle. You know, that was my uncle. You know, so that's one came to mind right away. Is my uncle Leonard Rondo. He raised my cousin and them when they was young too, till they got older. So that's all I pretty much know. Either not saying their real father wasn't a good father, but that he came in the household. You know,
it's always good to have multiple guys.
Yeah, but that's a good point though. Some fathers don't have to be your blood. You know what I'm saying? There's some father that's a great father. That's not your blood. So that's a great point.
I think the biggest breakthrough for me has been now that he's putting more words together. He's putting little sentences together and let me. But when he gets upset, I'm able to actually I come down to his level. So I actually, instead of standing up taller than him, I actually lower myself to actually talk to him face to face.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that settles him down a little, because then I think he really takes me serious, because kids are used to seeing everybody from above.
Right.
And I think if you come down to their level, I think that's helped me. I don't know if it's helped everybody.
You don't seem dominant over me like that.
Yeah, and I was like, that has been the biggest breakthrough moment for me, is learning how to do that. Now, I'm not perfect as a father, so there's still moments where I get frustrated. It's like, oh, man.
Yeah. I have a question for the people out here. I'm going to read some of you guys' stuff, but I have a question right now that some young people go through, and it's going to be kind of hard, is potty training. That ain't no joke. Like when your kids start eating real food, them diapers. Like my son, he's potty training. My daughter, she's starting to eat real food now, and that real food coming out, it's like, So what I did with my son is, we're gonna do something with my daughter is, I take him to a restroom every 30 minutes. Just every 30 minutes, I take him to the restroom. So you get used to it.
Does he say does he tell you now when he has to pee?
Well, no, he's good. He's potty trained. My daughter, she's the one we trying to get there. Cause when she start doing like this, we already know the deal.
That face.
Yeah, she started doing like this. So, what I did with my son, it was kind of cool. It took us maybe a weekend. I took him every 30 minutes, and what we did is we when he went he didn't mess up his pants. We gave him a gold star. So my wife had an idea. She got a chart with some stars. So every time he did a good job, he's like, "Oh, good job, yeah." And we gave him a star. He put the star on there. So they kind of,
that's actually really good.
He got something for going potty, So it's a big thing for him. So if you guys have some I don't know how to say it, a cure.
I think you should be good with a girl though, because I think with my son, we still he understands the concept of peeing, but I don't think he just. He's been sitting on the toilet since last year. That we got through that stage pretty quickly, and we know when he has to go.
Yeah,
he'll say it. But the peeing part,
to me, maybe help me out here. They make those little potties things for the little kids, but what's the point of having a potty? When they go in it, you gotta clean it out.
You dump it in the toilet.
Yeah, I don't like that. I never got that. Why would you make a little potty for me? They just pretty much.
I think it's because they want them to be comfortable. Because if you strain,
I don't care about them being comfortable. We talking about me having to clean it out. You gotta clean it out and then put the water.
Well, my mom had this idea to put a little water in it. And it makes it easier. Instead of just letting a dry toilet just sit there, just put a little water in there, and it's easier to clean out.
All right.
I mean, you still got to clean it out.
But my thing is, they make it now is they have a little seat. They make a seat and it has clamps on it, so you push it on a real toilet. And then they won't fall through. It go right. So
that's what we got. Yeah.
So I like that because I can just flush it. Yeah, he did.
That's what we do when he sits down. We just put him on
but I don't like the old fashioned. Catch up my son. One time he put some logs up in there, and I had to clean it out. My wife wasn't there, I was mad. I was like, he did a good job, but I was like, this is nasty. I don't like smells. I hate things that stink. I hate that. I hate smells, man. So look at my uncle is on here. My Uncle Baby is on here, man. All the way from Virginia. What's up, Uncle Baby? Yeah, his real name is Baby too. Some people are like, why are you calling him? That's his real name. My granddad name was Baby. And we just in here talking about fathers. Let's talk about I want to talk about grandpa. I had two great grandfathers, man. I had some dope grandfathers, man. Shout out to Horace Hall. Matter of fact, he's 96 years old. He's gonna be on my podcast. I'm trying to go to Texas next month, and we have some people. Who's calling in?
Somebody calling in.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna mess it up though. Y'all still on here? Oh yeah, I had a phone call that kind of messed it up. So yeah, we talking about fathers on here, and like I said, it's not Father's Day. We know, but my friend Anthony had he want to talk about young fathers, but I want to talk about my grandpa. I had two great grandfathers. Like I said, I had one living and one is not here anymore. The one that's here, Horace Hall, Bishop Horace Hall. He's 96 years old, still driving and doing this thing, you know. Like I said, I'm going to Texas, and I'm gonna put him on the podcast. I'm gonna mic him up, put the mic on him and everything, and just let him talk.
That's a lot of knowledge.
You know what I'm saying? 96. Yeah, he got a lot to talk about. He was in World War II, so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about he was married to my grandma. She's not here anymore. He was married to her for 63 years.
Oh man!
So he could give some marriage advice, things to do, not to do. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm gonna have him on here. He was a great man. You know. I love my pawpaw. We call him pawpaw. So some people call it grandpa, poppy, whatever. My grandpa, I call him pawpaw. So
I never knew neither one of my biological grandfathers.
Wow.
But my
I'm pretty sure you heard stories about him though.
Not really.
No?
Not really. Like I'd like to know more.
Were they living or are they deceased or?
They could still be living.
Wow.
Now the person I called my grandfather, like. It was. I consider him my grandfather. It was my grandma's, I think, second husband. Okay. And they were married for 35 years. Wow. And passed away in 2001.
Okay. And what's his name?
Willie Nolan.
R.I.P. to Willie Nolan. And I'm talking about.
He would have been 99.
Wow, that's a lot.
February 20th, 1918. Actually,
then,
even 100. And
then I'm gonna talk about my other grandfather. I call him Granddaddy. We call him Granddaddy. And I knew him for. I heard stories about him, but I knew him. I think I met him. I think we were little kids when I met my granddaddy. Like he was a traveling evangelist. So I knew him for. I don't know. It was like, Mama, you let me know. It was 6 months to a year. He stayed with us because he kind of he had health issues. He was blind. So he couldn't really get around. So. But I didn't even look at that. Like we know he was, as a little kid, you don't know he has health issues like that. Yeah. When I hear stories about him all the time. We finally get to meet him, and he was the coolest. Like he was the coolest guy, man. Like everybody loved him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved my granddaddy, and he was a world-renowned evangelist. So he went on the whole world.
So both your grandfathers
was bishops. Yeah,
man, that's how your family stays together, man.
Yeah,
even in the church, man.
So like I said, we grew up hearing stories about my grandpa. He was this and he was that, and he did a lot of things. But the coolest thing about my grandpa, I'm gonna say this is like I moved from Texas to Arizona. And people say, growing up, they say, everybody know your grandpa, he's pretty much famous. Everybody know who he is. But you're like, okay, you said, you hear that, but you don't really believe, like, okay, they just saying it because they know who he is. But he really was known around the world. Like moving here, I met a lot of bishops in church. So every bishop I would meet out in church, I would go to him and say, do you know Bishop Baby Stokes? Yeah, I said, that's my grandpa. Like, what? They're like, that's your grandpa. I was like, yeah. But I'm like, I didn't know he was that big of a deal, but he was that big of a deal. Like,
what denomination?
I don't know. I don't know what I was saying.
I'm gonna ask my grandma about that.
I'm pretty sure she knows that. Mainly Kojic. I would say Kojic, Baptist, Pentecostal. He was like that. So, but everybody, General Board members. I I hear Bishop Anderson. He knew my grandpa. He was his good friend. He was coming to New York and preach for him all the time. And my grandpa, like, he was so classy. He dressed good. He had all the nice suits. He had all the rings and everything. He was just an amazing person, man. Like I said, I wish I would got to know him longer. You know, I didn't know him that long. But like I said, I hear stories about him all the time, and everybody know him. And his name would forever live on. So, like I said, his name was Baby Stokes. People like, baby, that's his name, was Baby Stokes. So rest in peace to my granddaddy, Baby Stokes. Like I said, I'm gonna say more about my grandpa, my dad, and people like that. But I don't want to do a whole bunch on one show like that. So, what's up, Cornell Yarbrough? Cornell was that's my buddy there. We pretty much grew up together too. But I'm gonna tell you a story about Cornell, man. He probably will remember this. We used to play football in the yard. You know what I'm saying? You know, you play no pass on. You have fun. Cornell used to hit hard. I mean, Cornell used to light people up. Like, I remember one time I was playing, he hit me so hard. I didn't want to show it, but Cornell lit me up. Dude.
I was teary eye.
Yeah, you ain't really crying, but it just coming off. He lit me up, man. Cornell was a good dude, man. Cornell was real good, man.
That's crazy to think about it. We used to play football without any pads, and nobody got injured, like actual injured. I mean, you probably were hurt, but you weren't ever injured. Now the dudes, like, you get one good time.
What's it called? CTE, whatever, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we was out there with no football helmets or nothing.
Nothing. And playing tackle too.
Some jeans, shorts.
Yeah, we playing tackle football, man. Like, that was a fun time. We weren't thinking about injuries like that, man. But
I think that's why we didn't get hurt, because we weren't even consciously thinking about it.
Yeah, or maybe we did get hurt. Maybe we do have CTE.
Walking around with
we don't even know it.
Broken arms.
Yeah, Brandon Shallow. Now, we're gonna talk about if he on here. Now, Brandon Shallow, that's what you call a big homie. Like, he taught you, I guess you would say he taught us street toughness, okay? So we didn't get punked. You know what I'm saying? He was hard on us, I would say, growing up. Brandon Shallow, he was hard on us growing up, but it was for the good. So when we went to high school, we weren't no punk like that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get bullied. Because he pretty much did it for us, pretty much. So we had, I don't know if he remembers it, but we had this game, I think we called it Square, I think it was called. I don't know. If you did something stupid, like something out of, like, just dumb, he said you get hit in the chest. So I don't know how can I explain this? If you did something stupid,
I know we used to do when somebody flinched, you hit him.
Yeah, we did flinch, but this was if you did something like you know you shouldn't have did that. So maybe trip a girl or maybe hit a girl or something. Yeah, you get hit in the chest, and you couldn't do this. You had to open your chest up and just take it. So I remember that from Brandon, man. But he
knocked out of you.
He I wouldn't say he was a neighborhood bully, but he made us tough pretty much. So yeah, Brandon, he made us tough, and to this day, like we ain't no punk. Like, we not a punk because of him. He pretty much told us don't be a punk. So I would say I appreciate Brandon for that, man, because he made us. And maybe for my wife, I'm not soft, so she might be mad because of that. Cause I'm not soft. Cause I don't get emotional. Even though I'm not saying it's not bad, but I'm not like a punk.
Well, you just grew up different. Though.
Yeah. So that's how we grew up, and we couldn't smile a lot. Like wrong, Brandon. We couldn't be that's what we call it. We couldn't be friendly. You know what I'm saying? You want to smile and no, we couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So people say, Maarcus, you never smile. You never. I'm a nice dude. But that's how we couldn't be friendly like that. So it was
going on in Beaumont.
There was instilling this, but it helped though. I ain't gonna say it was a bad thing.
Well, and you needed it to get out of your
and survivor. So shout out to Victoria. You know, that's the street we lived on, Victoria. I went by there last time I went back home, man. It's so different, dude. Everybody gone. Like your old neighborhood,
like gone, moved, or
like no, not dead. Like they all moved. Like it's like a ghost town, man. Like, you go back to your old neighborhood, is the people still there?
Oh yeah, it's still there. Everybody's still there.
Yeah, my old neighborhood, they all gone.
Yeah, man. I grew up in inner city Kansas City, so the people are still there.
Yeah, so like I said, shout out to we gonna give Brandon Shallow a hand clap. Shout out to Brandon Shallow for making me tough. You know, it was I don't want to say it was just Brandon. It was Brandon. It was T New. It was Whitney, his cousin. It was Rob Shallow. All of them. We couldn't grow up. We couldn't be no punk. And like I said, that's the way. Like I said,
didn't you grow up in Port Arthur?
Man, don't you ever say that again.
ever.